Hello, hi, welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well, let's learn English together. And welcome to you all. Welcome, gods of English. Welcome, chickens of the forest. Hello, gnus of the plains. Hi, lemurs of the jungle. Hello, everybody. How are you all today? Are you all excited about the start of the weekend? Yes, I bet you are. But, you know, just take it easy. Pace yourself. As my dad always says, softy, softy, catchy monkey. Exactly, Dad. I have absolutely no idea what he means when he says this, but he always says this. So, yes, good. Anyway, just try to control yourselves. I know it's the weekend. I invented the weekend, mate. Well, no, that's a little white lie, really. I didn't really invent the weekend. Sorry. Anyway, moving on. Just take it easy. I don't want to meet you all on Monday afternoon and learn that you've been having bizarre dreams about cats with guns and fire-breathing unicorns, okay? Okay, now, Gusti, there's only a few hours until the weekend starts, so I'm asking you, no, in fact, I'm telling you not to dance for the next 15 minutes, okay? And Margot, yes, you can sit in the flat, yes, you can sleep, but only if you don't block the TV screen, okay? And last, but by no means least, Nigel, you lovable, hairy guinea pig. Now, Nigel, you and me, we're great mates. I know that, you know that. I know that you know that, and the crew know that you know, and I know that we both know that. Great, I'm glad we cleared that up. Now, Nigel, old buddy, you know what I'm going to ask you to do, don't you? Yes, that's right. Keep a lid on the noise pollution for the next 15 minutes. After that, you can make as much noise as you feel like, snorting, grunting and squeaking. But until then, keep a lid on it. Eat your carrots especially quietly, okay? All right then. Now that's over and done with, it's time for us to get started on today's revision lesson. That's right. This is Friday, the last day of the week, the day when the weekend begins. And there's just a little revision standing between us and the weekend. So, the sooner we get started, the sooner we can finish. And the sooner we finish, the sooner we can start the weekend. So, are you ready? Yes? Well, so am I, and so are the crew. Let's go. Think about the thermal water in the thermal baths. All that water has a source, a start point, from where we get the water. Now, we can also use the word source for other things. If I get information from Alfredo Benchfield, then he is the source of that information. He's the start point. He's where the information came from. If there's a horrible smell in your kitchen and you look everywhere to try and find the source of the smell, maybe Gusti left a half-eaten bone under the kitchen cupboard. Maybe Margot killed a mouse and left it behind the dishwasher. Maybe some milk has been in the fridge for 3 months. Whatever. If you want to get rid of the smell, then you need to find the source of the smell. When I was at school, we had to list our sources at the end of our essays. We had to write down where we found the information that we used in our essays. So, that's source. And we can have sources of lots of things. We can have something that causes pain. It's a source of pain. We can have something which provides information. It's a source of information. We can have something which creates noise. It's a source of noise. And Nigel, well, Nigel is a source of noise. He's a source of noise pollution. So, Nigel, you source of noise, stop being so noisy for the next 15 minutes, please. After that, you can make as much noise as you like, grunting and snorting and squeaking, but for now, for the next 15 minutes, just keep the noise levels down, please, okay? All right, now, where were we? Ah, yes, finishing off the past continuous. Okay, good. So, are you ready? Yes? Brilliant. Well then, what are we waiting for? Let's get cracking. Right then. Yesterday, we started by looking at the past continuous and the past simple together, didn't we? Yes, that's right. We contrasted the tenses so that we could highlight one of the main differences. We know that we often use the past continuous to provide background information, to tell people what was happening at the time we're talking about. When I got up this morning, the sun was shining, the birds were singing, and mole people started coming out of the ground. Weird, eh? Okay, well, there we can see that I used the past continuous to paint a picture of the scene. I used the past continuous to tell you what was happening when I got up. And we can see that I also used the past continuous in combination with the past simple to show that there was a background action which was interrupted by a short action. The sun was shining. It started before I got up and continued after I had got up. The birds were singing. They started before I got up and continued after I had got up. And mole people started coming out of the ground. They started coming out of the ground. Great. So not only did I use the past continuous to paint a picture of the scene, but I also used it in combination with the past simple to show that something was happening when another thing happened. Now, just think about the difference between these two sentences. When Doreen Benchfield arrived, I was speaking to Gordon Taylor, the receptionist at the Fabuloso Splendido Hotel, on the phone. When Doreen Benchfield arrived, I spoke to Gordon Taylor, the receptionist at the Fabuloso Splendido Hotel, on the phone. Okay, so when we look at those two sentences, we can see the difference that the two tenses have. In the first sentence, in sentence 1, we can see that I was talking to Gordon before Doreen arrived. In the second sentence, we can see that Doreen arrived and then I phoned Gordon. So we use the past continuous and past simple together in the first sentence to show the contrast, to show that something had already started before the second event happening. I was speaking to Gordon, and while I was speaking to Gordon, Doreen arrived. In the second sentence, we can see that we're talking about a sequence of events in the past. And when we're talking about a sequence of events in the past, we use the past simple. Just think about when we tell people about our mornings. I woke up, I got up, I stretched, I rubbed my eyes, I went into the bathroom, I washed my face and brushed my teeth, I made some coffee, I got dressed, I drank my coffee, I unlocked the front door, I opened the front door, I stepped outside, I shut the front door, I locked the front door, I went into the street, I got on a bus, I went to work. Now, with those sentences, we're talking about a sequence, a series of events that happened one after the other. Just like a sequence of numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a sequence. And when we're talking about a sequence in the past, we use the past simple. It's a sequence. One thing started and then finished. And then the next thing started and then finished. And then the next thing, and the next thing. And so on and so on and so on. Okay, practice time. Are you ready? Yes? Well, you've got as long as the opening titles to The New Adventures of Black Beauty to finish this lot. As usual, let's do the first one together, okay? Now with these ones, I'd like you to decide which tense we need, past continuous or past simple. Okay, right, let's have a butcher's at the first one, shall we? This morning, I walk along the road when someone called my name. I look around and see my grandmother. She walked home from the shops. Okay, so that's quite a sentence, isn't it? Well, it's actually 3 sentences, but that's not important right now. Okay, so let's have a look at it. What do you think about the first one? Well, think about it. The verb to walk could be used in the past simple or in the past continuous. But in this sentence, we're showing that while I was doing one thing, another thing happened. Something interrupted the first thing. So in this sentence, the first verb is in the past continuous. I was walking along the road. And what about the second verb? Well, that's the action which interrupts the first one. So there, we're using the past simple. Great. Okay. Now, what about the next sentence? Well, it's a sequence, isn't it? Yes, it's a sequence in the past. I did this, and then, after this, I did that. So, that means that we're going to use the past simple. Okay. And what about the last sentence? Well, again, it's the verb to walk, which we can use in the simple or the continuous, but here it's the past continuous once again that we're highlighting the fact that she was doing something which was also interrupted. Okay, great. Now, on with the other sentences. Let's see what you can do with these. Maestro, hit the play button. All right, what did you think about those? Well, let's see how you got on, shall we? Right, we've done the first one, so let's see what you got for the second one. It's a simple one, isn't it? We're contrasting 2 things. One, a longer action interrupted by a shorter action. When something crashes, it's always very quick. But when people do things, it can be longer, can't it? Okay, so that means that we're using the past continuous for the verb to do and the past simple for the verb to crash. What were they doing when the plane crashed? Great! And on to the next one. Well, it's connected to the first one, isn't it? So it's the same situation. Longer actions interrupted by a shorter action or event. When the plane crashed, they were praying, screaming and crying. So, pretty logical really. And on we go to the next one. You went to see the boss, but there was a problem. Was the boss busy when you went to talk to her? Yes, she was sleeping. Perfect. Something that started before a point in the past and continued beyond that point. And that's it for the day. Yes, I'm sorry to disappoint all you chickens of the forest, but we've reached the end of our 15 minutes. But don't be depressed. Think about what that means. Yes, that's right. That means that we're closer to the start of the weekend. Fantastic! So, you all know what to do, don't you? Yes, that's right. Go and have a shower. Wash your hair, scrub your armpits, put on some antiperspirant, and get your best clothes on. Get ready for the weekend, for it's the weekend. The weekend approaches, and it's time to get ready to have fun. Okay, people, have a great weekend. Have as much fun as you can handle. But remember, don't drink too much. We don't want you all having headaches, hangovers, and bizarre dreams about, well, strange animals riding stranger animals. Right then, we're off. Have a great time, whatever you do. Remember to enjoy yourself. And if you need some more English then you all know the place to go to, don't you? That's right, www.m5tv.hu. That's the place for all your English needs. Okay, folks, have fun, relax, have some more fun, but don't drink too much. See you on Monday. See you later. Bye.